And so I was like, cool. The only thing I could do to possibly substitute would be like a Nesquik type thing, you know, like a strawberry Nesquik. But I'm like, even if it's only a couple of dollars, I legitimately actually cannot afford it at the moment. So I'm like, as much as I'd love to have something like that, I'm just sitting there, I'm like, fucking hell, you know? Maybe in a couple more weeks, when the bills pass, because it goes all the way up till past my birthday in April. The last bill is always due on before or after the day of my birthday. So every year I just can't celebrate, can't do shit. And in this case, I'm like, well, I know one of the first things I'm going to want is a fucking strawberry milk. Huh. I've never noticed these icons. Cool. So yeah, I've never actually looked at these when I'm out in the screen. It's toggle visibility of names of landforms. Somebody's just insulting Spree, that's fine. Yeah, toggle display expanding icons instead of the regular icons for distant objects. Toggle day-night lighting on the planet view. Lock rotation of the camera so the North Pole is always up. Wait, is it not always up? And toggle colonist bar. Oh yeah, there'd be that up there. Yeah. Look, we get to play games like most nights of the week and do fun shit like that. But like when it comes down to it, there is some level of adulting that's, you know, unavoidable. And that is like, you know, getting groceries and budgeting and paying bills and trying not to, you know, lose everything. Shizuka's in a high mood. She's going to have, is it just inspiration? Yeah, next thing she makes will be pretty good quality. Sweet. Okay, so we got 4 out okay. So these ones are all set. That one isn't yet, but I've got these ones to go to. I'm pretty sure I didn't send anybody to that. I'm thinking about just setting this guy on. I don't know. Like, they've only got 70 kilos they can carry, but I might send that one on. Okay. So I kind of need the next 2 caravans to get the fuck out of my base. Zoom in. Before I can send them out to purple. What? Look at all these guinea pigs. I'm getting some good furs off of them, by the way. That is definitely worth it for me. We've got some, like, chicken eggs up here. Are these chicken eggs? Or, yeah. Fertile ones. Cool. Yeah, I mostly just want them to, like, pump out, like, a fuck ton of, like, honest-to-God fertile ass eggs. And then if I have to, I might put a couple out somewhere else. What is this thing? Oh, it's a goat. I'm like, the fuck is this tiny ass thing here? The thing's moving super fast because I've got it on, like, ultra speed. Oh yeah, I thought about putting like some silly shit in my throne room, by the way, people. So I thought about putting like shit that I use all the time, like hand soap, because I'm OCD hand washer. So I thought that would be kind of funny. Okay, so let's get them here. I don't know, I was just thinking of fun, silly shit earlier today. I'm like, mostly just because they emailed me and they're like, oh, check out new updates and stuff like that. I'm like, cool. Awesome. Anyway. Let's get rid of some of this shit. They only have $51. This is not going to be beneficial. They don't have... They got a bionic arm and a thingy there. Okay, you guys will buy that. I'd love to dump off some of the other monies. But as I said, so long as I can afford a spine at the next place, I don't want to take the power claw. I like them. Don't get me wrong. I'm not taking that. And just a quick check for that little, like, shooty lance thingy. Shock lance. That's the thing I wanted to say. Not shooty lance. Okay, you can take... Well, you can't take any more shit. But I think I could probably... I can't really do much else with it. Oh yeah, thank you. I need to drink my coffee too. It's on that cusp of being almost cold. It's questionable. I'm just gonna fucking skull it now. Just give me a second. Ugh. Too much. I don't know about you guys, but like, if I skull a coffee that's like relatively bitter, I just have like this horrible shudder from it afterwards. It's like I can't avoid it. I'm thinking I'm gonna have to leave that here. Although these people do have a fair amount of money, they've got a good amount of stuff. I know they've got like skill trainers and shit like that, but the only one that'd be useful would be social, and I can't really use that unless they're stationary. So I might actually just send this one out a little bit further. Hope for the best. Since, like, what the fuck, $51, you know? It's like 5 to 10 minutes, you skull it all. Yeah, that sounds like Sleepy Nick. Like, my partner, he lets the coffee cool down to a manageable temperature, and then he just like basically drinks it all. And I am that fucking weirdo that makes a coffee and is already sculling it while it's scaldingly hot. Gonna have to sell you guys some fucking wood or something, right? Okay, that took the weight off them. Now, I do want to try to sell this to them. I'm still minus this. So what did I click on that was different? Aesthetic, bionic. I did take that off because I think I can sell it at one of the next places. So, yeah, I don't know. Whenever I make a cup of coffee, right, the first thing I do is like as soon as I've finished stirring it, and as soon as I put the spoon in the sink or wherever the fuck I'm putting it, I immediately just turn around and take a swig, and like have that immediate like burnt my throat scenario. I think I could sell one more expensive than that. Yeah. Okay. I think if I take, I'm really trying here, people. I'm trying to literally take as much money from these people as I can. Oh. While simultaneously rocking up at the next place with enough to be able to sell. They'll do it. Okay, you can go on to here. And I'll see about trading with these two if you've got the food for it. Because that's not very far. That's only a day out to there, and I think it was only a day. So long as they've got a couple of days worth of food, we should be right. Back to ultra fast. Nina must be doing something. I don't know. I'm like that with like most foods. That's really sweet, Grim. It's not particularly cheesy at all. I think that's really sweet. People don't usually like say stuff like that to me. Like, I don't know if people think it and they just don't say it, or like they just don't think it in general. But that's really nice. Yeah, when it comes to shit like, you know, instant noodles and stuff, I'm also guilty for like pouring the soup and like starting to sip on the soup while the noodles are still like a fucking brick, and being like halfway done with the noodles, like the soup aspect of it, while the noodles are just plumping up. I don't know what it is. I just have no patience. I think that's the best way to say it, is I legitimately have no patience. I would love to take your sheep, but I can't. You do have this. You don't have what I'm after, but you are only a wandering trader, so that's fine. And you're not taking the rest of my wares. So if I can just slip one of these with us and keep walking. Ah, shit, that's right. You have pemmican and stuff too. I don't know which one this is, but it's one of a horse. Oh, you're going to blue. Yeah, I can't. You guys gotta. You can. What you call it? Sell this and keep moving. Because that's the best I can do. If they're going that far, I can't. I was going to sell off some food if it was like a close by one. But yeah, that's a no-bueno. Let's get in here. So I have 2 caravans. One, oh, look at them go. Look at all the animals. If it wasn't sped up, that would be taking forever. Oh, for God's sake. No, we're going to fight you because you're not taking snuffle. What do you say? Hot noodles? Burn your tongue the first few times. Refuse for it to cool down. It's just better while it's hot. I'll tell you what. What the fuck was I eating? I ate something about a week or 2 ago. I think it was 2 weeks ago. I don't remember quite what it was. But I made something and it was scaldingly hot. Like beyond scaldingly hot. And I immediately threw it in my mouth and started eating it. Oh, I fucking remember now. This was one of our one special meal of the month. Was like this like $15 kebab thing that we got together. And I can't get a fucking kebab because obviously like they put meat in everything. And the salad ones are just like, they don't know how to fucking toast it for some reason. So I end up with like a cold wrap. But their chips at this place near us is so good. Like, they're just so good hot chips, right? So crispy, so well seasoned, scaldingly hot all the time. Really, really, really good chips. Like, they are better than a lot of the KFC chips that I have known to exist in my lifetime. Right? So very, very high regards to these people's chips. Anywho, so they, what do you call it? I got the chips. They must have just come straight out of the fucking boiler and immediately went straight into my mouth. So I threw a chip in, immediately burnt myself. And so what do? I throw another chip straight in and another chip straight in on the same spot. And I was like, oh, I definitely got a blister up on the inside of my gum for that. And so I'm like, okay, so I'm just going to keep eating chips, right? It's already blistered. So anyway, after a while, I just started tasting like something bad. And I'm like, oh, okay, the blister's skin is like weird. It's very, very hard to describe, but the blister skin in my mouth was weird. And I'm like, okay, all I can think of is that the blister has now popped. And what I'm tasting is that nasty liquid stuff that you see filling up a blister with my chips. So I had to wait till I got home and like let that kind of like semi-reheal itself because I obviously took off 2 blister layers worth and then had to like continue eating it. So I was like, I don't know, these chips are just fucking amazing though. Like, okay, so KFC chips, right? So most people like, comparatively speaking, KFC chips are pretty bomb, right? I'm going to attack this person. If they go down, I'm keeping them, by the way, because they had like some pretty good stats. I think they'll just kill it though. So, oh yeah, that's right. I'm ultra fast. Yeah, so KFC chips, usually if you get them really fresh, well seasoned, cooked properly, they are really, really good. But most of the KFCs that I am aware of in our area, yeah, they killed it. I don't really want to stop and try to get them, but Depressive Nimble, I don't know. I'm going to give this a quick reroll because I just want to see if I can take them. Yeah, so like a lot of the KFC chips I've seen my partner get lately are just like soggy, limp, fucking God only knows how old they are. Like, yeah, it's just not nice. And that's all I can think of is like, compared to this place's chips are always made, like, if you go through the drive-thru, it's a drive-thru kebab place, by the way. If you go through a drive-thru, the time it takes you to get your meal is literally just the time for them to whack a set of chips through the fryer. So always fresh, always seasoned well. It's just nice, you know? I sent somebody that doesn't have good melee out here, and I'm really hoping for the best. This person's getting pretty hurt, though. Whoa! Whoa! Settle the fuck down. Okay, that's going to make this caravan a lot harder. I'm going to stop clicking on shit. Let's take her around here. How hurt are you? Not enough. Hey! Wait! No! No, 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 no! Oh yeah, this is going to reroll. No. No. Oh, that ain't happening. Oh my god. Okay. So, the reason why I want to take this person is they don't have anything I find to be particularly negative. I'm going to say don't shoot, but go for it. I don't see any overly negative traits on this person, right? Depressive and nimble, whatever, I can deal with that. But animals and melee, and they're only incapable of doctoring shit, right? So that's not that bad. All right, you've had a couple of punches, so you move back. All right, do you reckon you can... Whoa, 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 whoa. Stop trying to... Can you just melee attack him? Just move back for a second. No, killed it again. Okay, so either way, they die. Let's just take a quick look. You... Mostly fine. And you're mostly fine. Okay, so... That's just three rerolls. Have not got it. Can't fix that. Let's just get the fuck out of here. Ah, okay, reform caravan. Where the fuck were you going? Up here? Probably. Yep. Most likely. Yeah, take all your crap. The pemmican and stuff from the other person. We have an extra short bow we can throw at these people for sale. That stuff isn't worth taking. If they could carry that. I don't think they can carry that. Nah. That would be great. That's just free money right there. Okay, on you go. Let's fix that right up. So what was that, Grim? You're saying, give me a second. Throw you guys back and fast forward. So you're saying that you like kebabs, you prefer the wrap softish. Too many times you've had kebabs where it's hard and it's like eating shards. Yes, see, when I get a kebab, I guess that's one of the things that I like about it is when it's like crispy and like the shards. Mostly because it adds like a crunchy texture to the wrap. When I could eat meat properly without getting sick from it, regardless, I used to get, I think, a lamb kebab or a chicken kebab, one of the two. And I just never noticed if it was toasted or not because I was fixated on the flavor of the inside. Now that I can't eat a lot of meats because they just make me fucking sick regardless, I obviously have to get no meat salad kebabs. And salad kebabs kind of suck. Especially since, like, when it's toasted, there's only a couple of things that I actually like, which is generally like lettuce, cheese, and jalapenos. So that's essentially what my kebab is a wrap with lettuce, cheese, and a fuck ton of jalapenos and hot sauce, right? So I'm just fucking begging for a bad day on the toilet. Jet made a masterwork, by the way. And yeah, so like it tastes nice enough. Oh fuck. Did I send out the person that's like hypersensitive yet or not? One of these guys are. Maybe I did. Maybe I did. Maybe I was lucky about this. Okay, that's not too bad. That's bad, but not bad. Yeah, I think the thing is, because like I'm not a big fan of just wraps itself. I've had a few wraps, don't get me wrong. It's not my thing. like even if I get a burrito, for instance, it being like a soft wrap, for instance, is I get corn chips, crushed corn chips in it, because that's fucking amazing. I like the crunchy sort of add to it, because otherwise it's all just mushy. I get the vegetarian like double beans, double rice sort of thing, so it ends up being the circumference of like my fucking forearm, right? Like if I had to shove my forearm down my throat, I at least know that my stomach can take a burrito of its capacity. I know somebody's going to weaponize that information at some point in my life. I don't know if we have another caravan in here going out. I can't see you guys loading anything. I have to assume you're ready to go. We've got 3 going up here, so we want ones going down here. I do want one coming over here, but actually let's just get that done. So not nitro, not jet. I don't know, Grim. I bet you already clipped it. I bet it's already waiting for me. I bet it already has 7 views already. Julie is still here. Have I just not... Am I missing a caravan? Hold up. Nobody's set for caravanning, so no, I just mustn't have sent Julie out. Righto. Alright, so not Nitro, not Jet. Cypress can go. Lemmy can go. Send out Drooly as our speed demon. Well, safe for work. Do you know, I actually sat down and I worked out like how many hours and stuff that I actually spend on this, because I know you guys sometimes wonder, like somebody once questioned me about like my spare time and stuff like that. They're like, oh, for sure you'd have enough free time and stuff like that. And I'm like, I really don't. So I actually spend on average I think it's over 38 hours a week working on my stream stuff and my videos and TikToks and all that stuff. Even though like there's not much to them and they're pretty basic and stuff like that. Like I admit what they are. But at the same time, it's just interesting that I basically work full-time hours on this. But the other thing too that I thought was really interesting is that some weeks I have like probably closer to like 70 odd hours or something like that, like where I'm just like going at it all day for ages. And then I've got some weeks where obviously I've been sick or my medicine's affecting me and I legitimately cannot be awake to do stuff. And yeah, that's when it's like the opposite. I have like a kind of like a part-timer kind of week. It's really funny. I also learnt that I miss Wednesday the most. On average, Wednesday is the most missed day for streaming. So by that logic, I should legitimately only put the least important stream content, games, whatever on that day, which I'm gonna probably change over to drawing. I know it's not thrilling, but I figure if I can spend some days doing some drawing, I can get some, what do you call them, those emotes and stuff for Twitch made up. I don't really have spare time, obviously, as I said. Like, after figuring that out, I kind of like learnt that about myself, that I'm like, I actually don't have spare time. And that's why. All right, let's send out another one. This one's probably honestly going to get attacked maybe at some point here. See, my problem is I've only got a mouse nowadays. And to be fair, like I used to have a drawing tablet, but I completely wore the nib down to being a point, like a slanted sideways point, so it never worked properly anymore. This is kind of like back before the nibs were kind of interchangeable, freely interchangeable parts. This is way back years ago. And so obviously, like, I also like ended up scratching up the actual tablet surface as well, so I would have needed like a few parts. But yeah, essentially I ended up having to get rid of it because it was ineffective, and the only way I was going to fix it was by buying a new cover and a whole new pen. which was kind of pointless because if I'm doing that, I might as well just buy the whole fucking new device and update it. Because it was, I don't know, I had it for a very long time. I keep things for a very long time. But yeah, I ended up drawing recently with my mouse and paint, and I was doing fine. My only thing is that, like, obviously it feels weird because I'm not holding a pen or a pencil or whatever. Whereas I also have a different drawing program my partner's found for me that he used to use. It was free, and I haven't used it much. I've looked at it, but I'm not familiar with where anything is in it, and it seems a lot more gray to me than looking at, say, something like a Photoshop or something like that, you know? It's relatively uninspiring software. But yeah, I'll probably end up making a day for drawing and shit like that. Is it Corpses gotta stay behind? I don't remember. I'm just gonna skip over him for a moment. Dodsworth can go. I think Corpses gotta stay. You still can't be rode. You can go. You guys are taking like the extra animals for this because you guys are going out pretty far. You get them to just take a couple of big animals. Carrying shit. Take just a bit more supplies. I don't know what I've pre-allocated here, but it's probably already gone. You guys 80 food, 14 days. It's fine. Alright. Oh yeah, I'll be doing some test runs with OBS. Maybe either later today, depending on if I'm still conscious, or maybe tomorrow. Because I was trying to set that up because I'll be able to listen to music while I stream without it getting attached to my VODs, which depends how it goes. Like, I can't guarantee that like the music that I'm going to play is not going to be like copyright striked anyway while I'm live, or if it's just going to be like, okay, well, it's not in my VODs, so it's fine. Who knows? What I will be doing though is I'll probably listen to music while I draw. So you guys can listen to the random weird shit that I listen to while I draw. Okay. Dodsworth, because of the psychic drone. You guys ever just like smell something and be like, the fuck is that? Where the hell is that coming from? I'm so confused. I can smell something bad, but I don't know what it is, where it is. Like, if we can hunt them. Also, I have horses out here that I think are mine. They're just wandering. Alright, people are going to start having tantrums because of this. Dodsworth is having a problem. Guys going to have to probably rope those animals. Also, they're complaining about animal filth, so I'm thinking that an animal may be inside. Could be that. Okay, let's see. Ooh. Okay, let's get a trade on here. I know this stuff is good for some stuff, but I'm not going to take it. I will take your archetype arm. There's nowhere else for me to go up here. That is some expensive ass shit. I don't actually know if they can afford that. Oh shit, it is $3,000. Mind you, it doesn't help that they don't have like the greatest relationship with these people, so it's not like I'm getting the best deal. I also have not sent out, actually I have sent out the best negotiated to this. Let me shut the fuck up. Yeah, no. I thought maybe it would be better, but maybe I just got used to being a rich fucking colony back in the day. Okay, so look, if I can't afford this, which is looking like I can't afford that, I'm gonna have to get something else. So let's take that off the list, since I obviously can't afford that. I might choose in this instance, since there is no other colonies nearby that I know of. Give me a second. Except that shit. You can't do it. Look, throw some food on the pile, I guess. Okay, I don't want to waste it all. I just want to check out